In this episode of The Unemployed Journeyman, we've got to go away from home to PSG and win if we stand any chance of getting through to the semi-final of the Champions League, where we're most likely going to play Real Madrid. This is starting to feel like the impossible dream. We're getting that end of season syndrome, folks, where our form starts to fall off a little bit. It happened last season before. We played Juventus and Union Berlin in yesterday's episode, beating Juventus 3-0 at home in the round of 16 of the Champions League, but then disappointingly drawing against Union Berlin 2-2. After that, we followed it up with a 0-0 draw in the Bundesliga away from home against Bayer Leverkusen, followed by a 2-0 win at home against SC Freiburg. Then we played the first leg of the Champions League quarter-final against PSG in a 2-2 draw that, quite honestly, it was a tough game. We were not the better team. They had more possession than us, better pass completion, better XG, more shots on target, more shots on goal. And this guy here, Vinicius Jr., in case you're not already aware, he is a monster. With Mbappe out on the left, Xavi Simons, Vitinha, Ugarte. I mean, they have just got a crazy good team, PSG. And I have recorded the highlights for it. We'll get to that in a moment, because after the PSG game, we then had a 2-0 win against Wolfsburg with goals from Granelli and Juan Rios, which brings us to today's two games. PSG in the quarter-final second leg and Schalke in the Bundesliga. We're not going to waste any more time. I'm going to hand over to previous me that played this game against PSG, show you the highlights of the game, and then I'll meet you at the Matchday Centre for the second leg. So here we are then with a free kick for Freitas, puts the ball into the box. It's a penalty. Sparhu will no doubt be the guy that takes the penalty for us, but we've been given a penalty in the 7th minute of the game. VAR confirming it there. Sparhu will step up to take, oh, we need this to go in. Come on, Sparhu. He scores it. The keeper goes the right way. But Christian Sparhu with his 12th goal of the season. So it's Espinosa on the right-hand side. Loses the ball to Mbappe. PSG have possession on the left-hand side, just about in their own half. They'll look to build an attack here to try and get that goal back that they conceded earlier on. We're kind of forcing them back. We forced them all the way back to the goalkeeper, actually. So we're doing well defensively. But can we win the ball back? Or is this going to be an opportunity for PSG? It's a ball through. Vinicius Jr. and it's over the bar. Well, here come PSG with Mbappe. We win the ball back and clear it upfield towards Juan Rios. Erez Levi chasing the ball, but they've got it back again in our half. Can we push them back and win the ball back? Vinny Jr.'s through and it's 1-1. The referee's going to review it, but he has been a danger in this game, Vinny Jr. It's not the first time he's been through, and it's going to stand. It's 1-1. So Oblé has the ball in his own area. PSG are kind of surround us a little bit, and they've won the ball back straight away. Xavi's through, and Xavi has scored. It's 2-1 to PSG, and this is not looking good, folks. Right, get the highlight now with PSG. They go back to the goalkeeper, Donnarumma. We can't seem to win the ball back there. Such a threat. And Vinny Jr.'s through again. He's hit the post. He has been a real danger, this guy. Like, throw in for PSG. A disgusting long throw into the box. Levi picks up the ball from the clearance zone. Coming down this right-hand side. He's doing well. Finds Freitas out on the left. Can we make something of this? Freitas, it's a goal. It's 2-2. So Oblé with the ball to Kalinski. Goes into the midfield. It's with Freitas back to Ziris. Kennedy Nar on this left-hand side, who's come on for Carnevali, of course. Ziris has it back again. Freitas to Levi. Out to Espinosa on the right-hand side. Can he do something? Not at the moment. Oh, we just about keep hold of possession. Here's Kamiri. He finds Espinosa. The king of air assists. He couldn't quite find Ryan Schalke, and PSG have the ball back. They've looked so dangerous on the attack, PSG. And Vinny Jr. just skips past our man. Oh, and it's gone wide. So here we are in the Matchday Centre, and as you can see, that was a tough game against PSG in the first leg, and I expect no different in this one. Brian Espinosa and Giacomo Carnevali are still 1 yellow card away from a suspension. So if we get through today and they pick up a yellow card, they'll miss the game against what is most likely Real Madrid. They're 3-1 up against Sevilla from the first leg and they're at home. So I don't anticipate Real Madrid struggling at all. We have got some transfer news, which we'll bring you in part 2 of the video when we get to our next league game. But in terms of the team that's going out for today, we've got Oberle in goal, Carnevali left back, Espinosa, who should be fresh, at right back, Zirius and Kalinski in our centre of our defence, Sparhu, Freitas and Kamiri in the midfield, Granelli in the attacking midfield position behind Rios and Levy. In terms of injuries, oh God, we've got him out injured as well now. We have Rafael Bode still out injured. He returns to training tomorrow, so he will be available after today's game. Pavesi is a recent injury. We don't really use him a great deal. Aladdin Sahin is still out injured. He returns in 3 days. And Ricard Fontes, of course, is ineligible for the Champions League. Right, let's get into this. We need to win if we're going to go through either that or draw and go through after extra time and maybe even penalties. This is, like I say, this is kind of feeling like the impossible dream because PSG are good. They really are good. They're playing a 4-3-3 by the looks of it. And yeah, let's get into the game. I'm not hopeful. I'm going to be honest. I think PSG have got the better of us. They're at home. We needed to take advantage of being at home in the first leg and we didn't do that. And they just look so good when they go forward with Mbappe and Darvic out wide, Vinicius Junior up front. They've got Zaire Emery in their team today, along with Xavi Simons and Manuel Ugarte. And we've not even had a shot on target in the first 25 minutes of this game. We have had more of the ball. We just evidently don't seem to know what we're doing with the ball when we have it. And I've kind of been trying Granelli in this position here. Right, there's a highlight for PSG. Vinicius Junior puts the ball into the box. And that's 1-0 by the looks of it. The referee's going to have a look at it, but they don't often disallow goals against us. So I'm assuming it's going to be given. Oh, it's been disallowed. Oh, we've been thrown a lifeline. We really have. That is a lifeline. Darvic's goal has been... What am I going to do here? Demand more, I suppose? I mean, that's about the only shout that most people really use, isn't it? Right, we have a free kick. Freitas takes it. Oh, he's hit the post. Thiago Freitas very nearly putting us 1-0 up before half-time. We've still not had a shot on target, by the way. Right, we have another free kick. It will probably be Freitas taking it here as well. It is just outside the D, and it's over the bar. I mean, I don't get my hopes up for direct free kicks. I don't think we've scored one all season, to be honest. Right, it's 0-0 at half-time. So as things stand, we are technically still in the competition. Right, point finger, our shooting's not been good enough. It needs to improve. I think that is fair, to be honest. Looking at the match momentum, don't look too bad, to be honest. I mean, PSG have only had 1 shot on target. It's worth saying that as well. They've also had a yellow card as well as a goal disallowed. We've had an hour. Why are we not getting shots on target? I mean, for real. This is so frustrating. Right, I think we're going to take Granelli off and bring Ray and Schalke on. I mean, Levi and Rios are not particularly doing a great deal, but we don't really have that much by way of options off the bench. And again, like with midfield substitutes, I've only really got Carolot that's worth bringing on because Noah Baumgartner isn't really up to much. I think we'll just make the one substitution for now. This game really is actually exposing our strength in depth, really, especially in midfield. In defence, I'm not too worried, but right, I don't really want to take Juan Rios off because he is capable. That's the thing. So I think we'll bring Kamiri off and put Carolot in his place there. Would it be worth... Yeah, we seem to be able to get more out of Freitas in the defensive or the deep line playmaker role, rather. So we'll do that. I mean, at least we're not losing at the moment. It is 0-0. We've nullified Vinicius Junior and Mbappe so far. Right, Espinosa with the throw-in. This starts off at least with our highlight, but we waste possession. We're just giving it back to PSG. And now they're going to come forward. And I think we know how this is going to end, don't we? Vinicius Junior with the ball on the right-hand side. Carnevali gets his shin to it by the looks of it, but they still have the ball. They're playing it around. Oh, and a save from Oberle. Puts it out for a corner. Keeps us in it for the time being. They take the corner towards the front post. We head the ball away. Will the highlight end here? by the looks of it yet. I mean, we have had a shot on target now. That's one good thing about it. We've got 3 minutes of added on time, and now we've got a highlight deep into the last of those minutes. Don't concede here, boys, please. Right, Schalke has the ball. We've worked that well, and he just loses it. I mean, for real, what are you doing? And Mbappe scores. The referee's reviewing. They're not going to disallow a second goal for PSG, that's for certain. And it looks like we're out at the quarter-final stage. Oh, it's been disallowed again. Oh my, has someone paid this referee? It's gone to extra time. How we're still in this, I don't know. It's almost as if we're playing for penalties. Right, let's go to the dressing room. I feel like I need to do something because don't let this slip away from you now. We've been the better team. That's a bit of a lie, isn't it? Can you do that with pumped fists? You can, right? We'll do it, see what it does. We have still got at least one substitution, mate, potentially even two. I can't remember if we're allowed to make a sixth substitution in the Champions League. But I think we are going to make a change. And one Rios can come on for Simonovsky. I've seen enough of him now. I mean, in actual fact, we've only made two substitutions in the entire game. I don't want to take Sparhu off because he's a penalty taker, as is Freitas. And I'm kind of looking at it thinking, I mean, Caicedo could come on and we put Ray and Schalke up top. But I do kind of feel we need something in defence here. Right. What's Espinosa for penalties? A long way down the list. Can't even find him. Is he not even worth having on the list? Oh, here he is. So, yeah, he's a long way down. So, what I think we're going to do is go back to our tactics screen. Espinosa can come off for Kennedy Nar. So that's 5 substitutions, mate. Can we make a final substitution? That is the question. Oh, we can. Right, so what I think we're going to do is swap them two over, put Gashini and Kalinski as right back. Right. I'm kind of trying to set us up for penalties, get through extra time and win on penalties, and maybe with some fresh legs on the field as well, we could do something in attack. Right, we've got through the first period of extra time. Let's get to the second period. And again, we've only had one shot on target in the whole game. We really don't deserve to win this, to be quite honest. Schalke with a free kick. It's a direct one, so it's not going to be going in. Take your time. And I literally mean that as well. Take your time. Just waste as much time as you want. Oh, is it the crossbar? Right, another highlight. Kalinski on the right-hand side. It goes out for a throw-in. Kalinski will take the throw-in. Can we make something of it? Oh, can you imagine if we do a smash and grab and steal something here? Right, come on. I know I said take your time, but that... So it's gone out for another throw. I mean, this is a very weird highlight where we're just getting throw-ins, basically. I mean, what's he going to do? Is he going to go for a long one? No, he go short, and now it's just gone out for... What was the point in that highlight? I really don't understand that. Bearing in mind we're on key highlights. Right, they're coming forward again. It's Nuno Mendes now with the ball for PSG. Oh, just win the ball back, please, somebody. Garnacho, it's gone wide. It's gone out for a court. No, I thought it was gone out for a court. Can we just end this? Why are we getting these highlights? This doesn't seem... I've got key highlights turned on, haven't I? Yeah, key highlights. Don't play around with it there, please. Just get rid of the ball. Just get rid of the ball. Oh, I know I asked you to play like this, but Jesus. Right, Gashi goes out to Kalinski. Kind of feels like something's going to happen. Whether it's for us or PSG, I don't know. But here's Freitas. Gives it back to Kalinski. Schalke does nothing. The ball's just punted up. What is the point in this highlight? 1 minute of time to be added on. Here's Kalinski on the right-hand side. Can he get across into the box? It's just wasting time. Freitas, and that's penalty. What was the point in that? Literally, what was the point in that? Right. Sparhu is our best penalty taker. Freitas goes second. I mean, I usually just leave Schalke third. Kalinski fourth, I suppose. He's motivated, fine. I don't really want Gashi taking penalties. Szymanowski. I think I'll just leave it at that and we'll just see how the team gets on. Right, team talk. Relax, pick your spot and don't change your mind. We are one penalty shootout away from completing what I thought was mission impossible. Oh, here we go. Spar, who steps up first. He scores. It's 1-0. Come on. Right, Obley, I know you don't save penalties, but could you just save one or two? And Mbappe. Oh, he saved it. Oh, Obley saved the penalty. Right, Thiago Freitas. Oh, I've got to stop getting excited like this. Freitas for 2-0. Oh, what was that? Why are you trying to be clever? Oh, you absolute tool. Garnacho to make it 1-1. And he does. I don't believe Freitas. Ryan Schalke, former Lyon player against PSG, scores it. It's 2-1. Come on. Right, Vitinha now for PSG. I mean, it's literally just one great player after another. And he scores it. It's 2-2. Hopefully this penalty shootout don't go on to it's like 21-20 or something like that. Here's Kalinski now. I thought I took him off of doing penalties. Oh, we've missed a penalty. Vinicius Jr. He ain't going to be. Oh, he's missed. Oh, Oberle's saved another one. We're still in it somehow, despite missing 2 penalties. Right, Szymanowski. Come on, boy. Oh, God's sake. Why can't we take a poxy penalty? I mean, I think it's asking a bit too much for Oblé to save 3 penalties. Right, here's Mendes, who was doubtful before the game, by the way, when I looked at their team news. Steps up with his left foot, and it's a win for PSG, and we're out of the Champions League yet again at the quarter-final stage. Oh, joy. Aren't I pleased? Oh, I'm so annoyed. Right, I'm going to go away and calm down, and we'll come back for the next league game. Right, here we are for the league game against Schalke. It's a local derby. We are top. We're 11 points clear of Bayern Munich with 5 games to play. Leipzig are, 13 points behind us. They're probably not going to catch up. I mean, I think we've won the league, to be quite honest. It might still come close if our form carries on the way it is. But Schalke are 5th. They're no mugs. No doubt about that. Let's get into the game. We'll put the opposition instructions on. Raphael Bode returns to the team, as does Ricard Fontes. We've got Obley in goal, Carnevale left back, Espinoza right back, Ziris and Gashi in for the suspended Kalinski, Sparhu, Freitas and Bode in the midfield, with Fontas in behind Rios and Levi up top. Aladdin Sahin is now back from injury. He's not quite to the condition we need him, so he'll stay on the bench for today's game. So let's get into it. And I've kind of had a little bit of time to think since the defeat, technically it's a defeat to PSG on penalties. And I'm undecided what I'm going to do, because this is our third attempt, whatever it is, second attempt at winning the Champions League with Dortmund. We had a season where we weren't in the Champions League, where we won the Europa League, of course. But then this is now our second season with Dortmund. We've gone out to Man City last season at the quarterfinals. We've gone out to PSG this season in the quarterfinals. I'm sure once I've had time to step away and calm down and whatever else, we'll just go again next season and we'll still be here at Dortmund. But at the moment, anything can happen. I'm kind of at the stage. We won a penalty, by the way. Raphael Bode has won us the penalty. We'll probably miss it. I mean, we're not very good at penalties, let's face it. Although, to be fair, Sparhu is usually pretty decent. He did score his penalty. But yeah, I don't know if I want to go to another club in Europe where I think I'll stand a better chance. I'm kind of now regretting not taking the Bayern job, maybe even going for the Arsenal job last summer. Or I might even just abandon the European Champions League and go to Argentina or Mexico, try and win the Champions League out there and do this one later on, perhaps when we're streaming it during FM25, who knows. We are now 2-0 up. Raphael Bode has put the ball in the back of the net from a corner. The referee's reviewing it. I can't really say anything bad about the referees because they kept seeing it in the last game, and they've awarded this one as well. It's 2-0. Sparhu and Bode with the 2 goals for us so far. So yeah, that's kind of how I'm thinking at the moment. Let me know in the comments what you think. But yeah, I'm gonna probably take some time to just have a good long think about things, because I do really like this Dortmund team. And when I bring you more transfer news at the end of this game, you'll see why I remain excited, if not more excited, by Dortmund. But it just sort of feels like the game won't let me win the Champions League. Part of me thinks, should I have stuck with a 4-3-3 as well? Maybe I'm just being bitter towards the game. I don't know. I need to think long and hard about what I'm going to do. We've got one more episode left this season. So tomorrow's episode will be the last 2 games of the league season. And then Wednesday will be the transfer special. But yeah, it's so gutting when you go out on penalties, especially when you've done so well to stay in the tie for 210 minutes. But anyway, let's give Schalke their dues. Let's look at this game. Carnevale with a ball across the box. Fontas picks up the loose ball, has it again now, gives it to Raphael Bode, has it. Freitas has scored. It's 3-0. All 3 of their midfielders have got on the score sheet. Shame not a single one of them could do it against PSG, but they have got on the score sheet here. And we are comfortably leading Schalke 3-0. The team that's 5th in the table. And this is a very good performance from us, which I'm glad about, because I didn't want us to throw away the league as well. I need to change this back to the league table, because as things stand at the moment, we are 14 points ahead of Bayern Munich. They do have a game in hand. And now Schalke have the ball. They're going to try and build an attack. It just feels a bit anticlimactic now, doesn't it? You know, we was all looking forward to potentially winning the Champions League. He's been sent off. So life is not looking particularly good for Schalke at the moment. They're going from worse to worse. And Espinosa has picked up a yellow card, which means... Oh, no, that was in the Champions League. He would have been suspended, wasn't it? Right, let's have a look at what we're going to do. He can come off actually and bring on Kennedy Nar. And Ziris can come off for Gaipo. Freitas is looking injured as well, so we'll bring him off for Granelli. I can see that Granelli and or Freitas might be leaving in the summer as well, as we look to bolster that central midfield area. And we've got 10 minutes left. We'll make another couple of substitutions. They are down to 10 men. Karolok can come on for Sparhu. And Kamiri can come on for Bode. There you go. That's their 5 substitutions. Yeah, sorry it's been a bit of a miserable episode, folks. It's just the way the cookie crumbles sometimes, isn't it? Like I say, no doubt, I think what I'll end up doing is sticking with Borussia Dortmund, because I actually don't think we're that far off. I mean, look at how close we were against PSG. Look at the results we get in the group stage sometimes. Right, 3-0 win. Like I say, 14 points clear of Bayern Munich. And if we click continue, Nar is set for a pay increase. Bode wants a pat on the back, and he can have said pat on the back. Muller wants... Oh, I don't care about that. I don't care about that. Right, in terms of transfer news, we've signed from Bayern Munich Anthony Mukanya. 50 million up front, £50 million in instalments, and £30 million after 50 league games. So a total value of £130 million. And he can play in this role here. My aim is that he'll go in there as the anchor, 4-star anchor, which you're probably thinking, why are you moving Sparhu? He's been really good. But we can actually move him into central defence. And he's a really good central defender. He prefers being a ball-playing central defender on cover, but we'll probably keep him as a centre-back. And yeah, if we go back to this guy, look at his physicals. 16 for agility, 18 for balance, 16 natural fitness, 16 for stamina, 16 decisions, concentration is 18, anticipation 17, positioning 18, work rate 16, tackling 16, marking 16. I mean, this guy is incredibly good. And I've done the comparison as well with him and Sparhu. And if I can find him anywhere, where on earth is he going to be on this? Right, this is a bit messed up. Where's Sparhu? Can't find him now. Why have I got so many players on here? Oh, here he is, Christian Sparhu. as you can see, Macania, better mentally, better defending, better physicals. Not quite as quick, the same vision, not quite as good attacking wise, but I don't need him to attack. He's an anchor in midfield. Slightly better technically. He's nowhere near as good aerially, but that's because this guy's like 6'3" compared to 5'10". So yeah, in that role as the anchor, he does look a lot better than, or better than him anyway. In terms of the averages on here, technicals, Spahu wins 10-9, mentals, they're level 14 each, and physically, Spahu comes out 15-14. But like I say, we will be using Spahu in central defence, so that's a goalkeeper, a really good backup goalkeeper, first choice anchor that, like I say, basically he'll go in here and Spahu will replace Kalinski effectively. But Kalinski, I am also working, it's worth being said, on this formation, because there is the possibility, as you can see here, if we replace Gashi with Kalinski, that looks a top quality defence, doesn't it? Then you've got Espinoza on the right, you've got Carnevale on the left. Then we can sort out our two midfielders as well. This looks a pretty decent formation. But that is all for a future episode, for Wednesday's episode. In terms of what we're going to do, we will come back tomorrow for Hanover and HSV Hamburg. They will be the last two games of the season. And I'll see you tomorrow for that one. And then transfer special on Wednesday. Thank you very much for watching, folks. Bye-bye.